All right. All right now, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. Help an old man out. See some old friends. Good for the soul. All right. First and foremost, I have to thank everybody for subscribing, the like button, and anything else you do in good faith to support me. I really appreciate it. Um, Go get yourself a coffee or something, and we could rock and roll. Michael K, the guy that slurps on his videos, like, really? Am I Mama Luke too? At least it ain't like wine with Francis and Palmentary. Oh, it's got like girls, here's my wine. The river of Deceit flows down. I was going by the Niagara River recently, and I just have these memories and thoughts of what that river represents. And it was a sunny day, beautiful Mother Nature, and something so beautiful and innocent in God's Mother Nature can harbor such evil secrets underneath those flowing rapids. I'm a poet, huh? Sitting here doing time alone with my friend. I've committed no crime. It's just me I offend. 3 days out and I'm feeling clean again. Trying to go the distance with this demon I call friend. What's your demon of choice? Does it come in a bottle? Does it come in a bag? Does it come in the flesh? Oh, that's why we have to raise our butts up. Uh, uh, let's see what Michael K. This is a on the run show. I wanted to just put something in there. Of course, I want to thank John A. Light and Gene Borello again, and that's good. The wolf, we got a wolf, we got a swan, and we got the swan song too. Everything's connected, and everything's in synchronicity. Everything's in synchronicity. If you could just observe it and lock in, sky's the limit. Caffeine, nicotine, you know what I mean. Um, that I remember going down to the river. Take me to the river, throw me in the water. Forgive me, God. I was running around, and he was like, "Jojo, come on, let's go down here or something." And we had the park a little ways away, and I was wondering, I don't like the way this sounds. I was like, well, I'll just park up here. What's this got to do? He's like, oh, I got to see a guy over here, but if the guy was in the woods, I don't know why you'd be meeting him in the woods, but then there was a little residential area, but it wasn't in close proximity. And I think he had did some funny business at this spot. And I just came back from the falls, and I was going on the throughway um, expressway thing, and I looked at a spot, and it gave me the chills, like a flashback. And I was thinking, that's that spot. And I was like, what did he do over there? What the heck? And that's why I put in there the river of Deceit. It's like beautiful Mother Nature, and the falls is the wonder of the world. But you know how many bones are at the bottom of those falls? How many bones? People come from all over the world. Oh, look at the spectacular wonder. and all the secrets and bones it harbors. I thank you guys for coming in here and helping me out. And these guys see that river has all these different undertows, and as you get closer to the falls, there's other more milder spots, but you can go out not far and just get caught, and that's it. You're done. But God forgive me for being, I don't know. I how do you get a body out from off the shore? How do you get a body? I didn't want to ask any questions. It was just in the back of my mind. All I can do here is just assume things and try to connect the dots, whether I'm right or wrong. So I didn't know any intricacies or any types of information on whatever some of these guys were doing. I wasn't privy to that. But the guy comes down, and I park, and he's going up near the water like a landing. And there's a lot of different isolated areas. It's more modernized now. There was more trees and rubbish and things like that. But I noticed that might have been the general area. And it's like, how could you throw a body in there without it staying up near the shore? Like the current would just drag it, like just take it. The current would just take it, and then boom, it goes over the falls. Kind of curious. And those Buffalo gangsters, Niagara Falls gangsters, I could not understand. Now, for God forgive me. Yeah, they say no body, no crime, no body, no crime. Under really strong, unless there's supreme circumstantial evidence, overwhelming circumstantial evidence that could implicate somebody. But I didn't understand how, number one, people just don't put bodies into the wood chippers. And number two, if you don't have a wood chipper, uh, and you might not have a strong river, but throw them in the river. Throw them in the river. Ain't nobody gonna find any bodies. And a lot of times with wise guys, it's always so much speculation because guys were paranoid, uh, so turbulent that sometimes you just assume, hey, some of these guys just ran off and started brand new somewhere else. You can't rule that out, which happened, which happened also. People just fled. They had enough, but for many different reasons. Many different reasons. I asked one time, just at a conversation, a guy used to come around, and cool dude, jovial kind of guy. And I was talking now at the club, and the barmaid, she was like Socrates, the barmaid. She had eyes and ears on everything, and I was saying something, and then I came around toward the bar, and she said, "Jojo, come here." She says, "Don't ask about where they got." I was like, "What? Excuse me." I was just trying to make general conversation. You're just curious, and then you learn as you go. You learn as you go. Like, don't ask where so and so or who's this or that. What are you asking questions for, Joe? What are you asking questions? I was talking to my godfather a million years ago, and he was doing time, and this is how far the FBI will go. he was doing time, and they brung in this guy that was like an informant or something or whatever, convoluted situation. And my godfather was very violent, and this other guy, uh, they wouldn't put him in like. Of course, the COs and the wardens could designate who they want in the cells, but they put this guy in his cell with a wire, with a wire on him, and he in it- when these guys start chirping away and they start talking and they're trying to pick your brain, they'll be like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" Yeah, it starts off like friendly, uh, inconsequential conversation. What and they're just start. They just want to gain ground, gain ground, gain ground. Oh, Billy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Billy. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then you try to get some info on that. So I says, well, what did you do? And he said he had a thing. He had his sometimes in there you could wear regular clothes. I don't know. I just thought a lot of times you're in prison, you wear the uniform, but I guess you could wear clothes. And he started saying, "Yeah, come here. I'll tell you all about John. I'll tell you all about him." And he come up to him and he lifts him up and he grabs that wire gizmo and smashes his teeth in and his face in and tries to choke him on the wire. I said, "What happened?" Well, he said they put him in the hole or whatever. They put him in isolation. They put a wire on a guy. Even in prison, they're trying to put wires on guys. Well, the one guy's was going to get 140 years or something, and they're like, well, if they'll lessen the sentence. I mean, you got to understand. Hey, BMX, good morning, buddy. You got to understand. Sometimes when you're looking at 100 years, and then they start saying, "Oh, you wear a wire," and ask this guy, try to play it off, and next thing you know, all his teeth are smashed out, and he tried to rip his tongue out of his mouth too. He tried to rip his tongue out of his mouth. I don't know how you would go about that, but in the old days, they would cut your tongue out. Informants, yeah, they would cut your tongue out, and they would also do some other kinky type of stuff that, well, I'm not going to bring up, but they would cut other types of things off and then put it in your mouth. So, uh, some of the work I imagine my godfather did was busting up an informant. Once the radar is out, once the antennas are up, and uh, there's an informant amiss, that's it. That's it. And a lot of guys don't want to take those take those hits because it's your duty to do the hit. If you don't, they're going to hit you. But they don't want to put pressure on a guy that might be more valuable to the crew than to jeopardize him and stuff. So you designate the manpower accordingly. And if it looks like you just have to outsource and get just a private killer, then that would suit it. It's just tailor-made stuff. You have to, like, a corporation has to allocate job duties according to people's talents. So yeah, that's crazy. Guys in a cell with a wire. Big J Biz. God bless you all. So yeah, I I had that on my mind. That frick, that the river of deceit flows down. Lane Staley, Lane Staley sung the song "The River of Deceit," but the Niagara River is the river of deceit. Looks beautiful, the falls and everything, but so I wanted to just get a video in there. Of course, I wanted to see a swan and a wolf. Kevin Flack, Francis Franciotti, David BMX, Big J Biz, Michael Candinas. I like to rock. So the sun, it's beautiful. It's chilly out, but what the? It's like 15 degrees, but it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow. So get out and enjoy. Enjoy. Um, what else? What else can I freaking? What else can I think about? Try to be as entertaining as I can. Uh, that's Sage Brown, Lane Staley. R.I.P. was the truth. Yeah, all of them artists. Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell, the kid from Lincoln Park. All of them are gone. I mean, geez, I'm older and everything, but Jam, there was some beautiful songs. At least Pearl Jam is still going. Andy Vedder, Pearl Jam. Yeah, The River of the Sea. Check those lyrics out, folks. You want to see poetry, some good poetry. I publish some poetry myself, little old me. Of course, I'm a writer. I'm a crazy man. Crazy men formulate all kinds of crazy shit. Jimmy Morrison. Yeah. I think, geez, I try to be a writer, and then I hear about these Hall of Famers. It's like, gosh, I better practice a little more. Mr. Brown, that was the last great era of American music. What is music these days? What is music these days? Aren't there rockers out there rocking? Aren't there teenagers? Aren't there teenagers in the garage with their guitar to high school kids experiment? What is going on with our world? Is this just a fairy world? I don't know. I'm 60 years old. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even care. I don't know where the hell the music's gone. All this, we're not going to get political and all that, but all the government is doing is brainwashing the people through media. And what's the best way to do it? Through sports. And you see all this crap on there that's not even pertaining to men that want to watch football. They're trying to turn everybody into fairies. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just a little segment, and then people are still out in the world listening to Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones and Nirvana and the Doors. Maybe there's just still people. Mr. Hammer's here. Maybe there's just still people. I guess this is just a talk show today. We talk about the river, but just a talk show. I got to see my people. It's not a big channel, but hey, I do what I do. I don't care. I don't care. But the media just tries to portray a picture, and that's supposed to be the way the whole society is. And it's like, I'm not taking the bait because I know there's got to be just real thinkers out there going, this is a bunch of bull crap. What? Like I say, there's swamp. I got some swampland for sale. We ain't buying that swampland that they're perpetrating on all the media through news, ESPN, and everything else. And then they're all talking about, I don't want to get racial or anything, but equality All the sportscasters are of color. All the politicians, the mayors and governors and councilmen are of color. Where's the gap? Where's the Italians? Where's the Irish? What are they? If you want to get down and dirty and peel the layers, my best friends were black growing up. My best friends were of all colors. So, there's one there, as a matter of fact. Nice. But they're just trying to say all this equality, they're still tripping over the racism that occurred 60 years. It's a new era. Blacks and whites are marrying each other. Everybody's getting along. Everybody of all colors getting along. Why they keep putting this garbage on TV of all this insanity, trying to sell these goods they're spewing out there, like, oh geez, all the people of color are being held down. Really? Holy cow. Everybody has just as much chance to succeed in this world as the next person. They came up with agendas and things as far as going from high school to college. They lowered the bar. So if certain races they've deemed had an unfair advantage, they lowered the bar for that. You know what you need to get in college? You know what you need to get in college these days? You know how you qualify to get in college? You know what you need? A pencil. You need a pencil to get in college. So don't believe all that stuff. You go out in the world and you see everybody of color getting along. But what's this media try to do? Brainwash you and hypnotize. They're troublemakers. That's what they are. They're troublemakers. Just like ESPN tried to put that rope up there with that black NASCAR driver. Really? They set that up? Just trying to promote it so people can go, hey, geez, what the hell's going on here? Well, I did a paper years ago called The Dumbing Down of Society. I wrote a paper 40 years ago called The Dumbing Down of Society. I seen it coming. And I knew people close to me that were in places that were in the know, more or less, because I don't want to expose anybody. And they've been systematically doing that left and right. How? To keep you stupid, to keep you distracted, to keep you tripping over stupid shit while they're gaining more power behind your back. So they can think for you. We need them to think for us because we're not capable human beings. We need them perverted politicians to think for us. Where'd this show go? How did I get on this Saturday morning talk show? You get it all here. You turn it on. They don't even teach cursive writing anymore, those communists. Thank you, Mr. Brown. What the hell's going on here? If you can afford it, send your child to a private school. I did it a million years ago. I got a good education from the public school system, and I thrived. Academics was nothing for me. I'm not going to toot my own horn. Whatever. But I still knew that a third grader at a private school can do the work and the curriculum of a sixth grade student at a public school. A third grader at a private school can ace the curriculum of the curriculum of a sixth grader of sixth grade at a public school. My daughter was coming home. I was like, geez, this is like seventh grade math. It's like she's acing it, going, oh, that ain't nothing. But yeah, I mean, go to these major universities with a microphone and walk around and ask them who was the first president of the United States. They'll go, oh, I don't know, Abe Lincoln. What continent is the United States on? Oh, I don't know. You're a first year freaking Harvard student. They don't know. What's 3 times 9? You just enrolled at Michigan State. Go out to the freaking lunch area and ask them a question. The dumbing down of America. And you see it. They're just dumping, and then with all that woke and all that other stuff, how much do they want to throw at society? And then when you have elections, then that gets all crazy. It's demonic. When you water it down, when you're saying we're supposed to have the most intelligent minds, the best thinkers on planet Earth that continue to make bizarre decisions. Well, how can that be? We're supposed to have the best thinkers in Congress and office and presidency. We're supposed to have the best thinkers on planet Earth. And how do they continue to do these flagrant fouls on society, on American people? Well, the truth, sir, the truth is it's demonic. It's demonic. That's what it comes down to. Last I heard that America was supposed to be God's country or the land of the free and all that. But how did we get on that? We went from bodies in the river to whatever. I don't know. We'll get it in, though. We'll get it in. Go have a coffee with me. Like I say, that's why I say the world is a vampire. That's why I say it. You got to be ready, not only with the political stuff, but just life in general. Demons don't take days off. Demons don't take days off. That's why I said that little poem. Sitting here doing time alone with my friend. I've committed no crime. It's just me I offend. 3 days alone. I'm feeling clean again. Trying to go the distance with this demon I call friend. So you might be friendly with demonic shit that you invite, that you embrace. And then you add media and everything else into it, and you got to keep it together. We put that under a microscope and we analyze it, but we still have to go on. You got to take it on the chin, take a stand and 8 count, have a good corner man like me. I'll repair you. I'll put you back out there. Get back out there and fight, champ. Now go knock them out. Go tackle these things you got to do in your world. I should be charging you guys for this stuff. Please forgive me, God. It was given freely to me. I have to give it freely back. So, well, we got 30 minutes in, my good people. Francis, John Hammer. How many kids playing? Oh my gosh, John Hammer. We're telepathic. It's all synchronicity. There's no such thing as coincidence. I was going by where I grew up and how we were out every day playing every sport, everything. The boys and girls playing sports alongside of us. And it was crickets. Nobody outside. Nobody. Now I know in those buildings, there's got to be 20 places. There's got to be 40 kids. Not even 2 kids outside just hanging out, whether they're playing anything or talking. They're in there like this. They're in there like this. They're in there. Hey, Brian Starr. I guess this is going to go longer because you know how I keep extending them. I did early college, 17, 18, early college. Then I went back to college as an adult. Maybe 20 years removed. My first stint, the cafeteria, boom, noisy. Everybody's jamming. Everybody's into it. Loud. Bam, bam, bam. Hey, Chris. Yes, sir. Um, I go back 20 years later, go in the cafeteria, you could hear a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop. All these robot kids are sitting on their phones like they're finding the cure for cancer. It's like, snap the frick out of it. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. This kid was a good kid, and he was all right. I would help him out, and he'd say, "Joe, I'll pay you to tutor him or whatever." I said, "Just you don't need to pay me. Just people just don't know how to learn. You know, you got to learn how to learn. It's easy." So I'm going along. So he's doing something on the phone. I said, "Bro, you want to learn or what? You want to learn, or I'm going to charge you. I'm going to charge you. Come on." And he goes, "Oh, I just got to give Rick a text." I said, "Well, what the hell? Go do it later." Rick was sitting kitty corner to us 8 feet away. I said, "I'm done with you, bro. I'm done." He's texting the kid. He's 8 feet away. Stay away from me. I'm unraveling. I'm like the witch on the Wizard of Oz that you threw water on. I'm melting. I'm melting. I can't take the pressure. I don't want to be around a mind that thinks like that. He's going, "Oh, what are you getting upset for? You want to rock? The price went up from 20. Now give me 50. Give me 50. Your mama Luke." He's texting the kid, kitty corner, 6 feet away. The dumbing down of America. Running wild. Mm, that's off. I go to the park where we would ball in the summertime. We'd ball, freaking music playing, nice basketball, so many teams. The winner stays on the court, and then there's always a new five getting ready to play. I went down there to try to get a run I'm 60. At 50 years old, I went down, says, I could try to play a little defense, maybe get a shot off, blah, 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 this and that. I went down there. There wasn't one person at the park. 3 basketball courts, a hockey area, a baseball diamond. There wasn't one person. I thought I walked into a different dimension of time or something. I thought I entered into the Twilight Zone. I thought there was a rip in the Matrix, and I walked in, and it was like, I don't know. Spoiled, entitled, woke, all these, I don't even know. Kevin, he bumped into you. They're walking around like the Knights of the Living Dead, like zombies. They're like this, and they're bouncing off the walls, and they're like this. They're solving world's problems, and they're like this. Now I know people communicate and everything else, but some people it's just excessive. And they're bouncing. They're bouncing back. Oh, excuse me, pardon me, but I just had to ask Jack, how many toes are on a foot? Well, a big toe don't count as a toe, but well, was that considered a thumb? Well, yeah, we're solving world problems. Well, the thumb's a finger. No, it's a thumb, but are there 4 fingers? Boy, we're solving world problems. What'd you get on that test? Math 101. Well, I got a D on it. Because 1 and 1 equals retarded. We're getting it all in here, folks. We're getting it all in here, man. I don't know. Sometimes it's just therapy to get all this shit out of your head. I used to be a therapist. I used to be a little boy. What's a boy supposed to do? Premature gray. Premature great. I look scared. That's what running around with them psychopaths will do to you. Premature great. Wow. You got to pay all over every bridge, Kev. Every bridge coming and going, you got to pay. New York State is worse than Al Capone. The politicians are worse than Satan. And it's just communistic. That's why everybody's leaving New York State. Everybody's leaving. Go buy a pack of smokes. They want your socks and underwear too for a pack of smokes. Well, thank you, Philly Bob. I got this dent in the middle of my head, though, where I got hit by an axe, but it's healed. It's healed. Mr. H, good to see you. I got a dent and a couple other bumps and lacerations, but a little pattern baldness, but you see these ads when you're watching YouTube. You see you're watching a YouTube video and you see these ads and they're like things for like male for sexual things or balding and all that, and you get these and you just skip, right? Don't we all just hit skip? You get these energetic 25-year-old kids. Yeah, I got this. And, it's like, you're a creep. Like, are people that stupid? Like, you see these ads and these videos, and there are these Mama Lukes up there. Yeah, and they're all hyped up and everything. That's not how you sell. Billy and Bobby. That's not how you sell these Mama Lukes, You need to have a sit down with Mike Francis. Yeah. Well, he orders a meal at a restaurant. Well, no, he don't go out. He don't go out to restaurants. Forgive me. Everything's a sit down with good old Mike. I'm trying not to bash Mike today. Yeah. Philly. Yeah. Everything, all these commercials. You see the pharmaceutical commercials. You see the pharmaceutical commercials. They're dancing in the street. They're having freaking Shakespeare and they're painting. All these Mama Luke psychopaths selling some pharmaceutical drug. What is going on? What the hell is going on? Some blimp up there parading around. And they're all having fun, and then they're talking to each other. Hey, I like that thing, and it's all this weird. This is the powers, the pharmaceuticals that are running everything. Look at who runs the country. Look at their ads. Look at them psychopaths in these commercials. Wow. We're getting in here, man. There's a lot of craziness going on. We can lay the foundation of that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. There's a lot of craziness going around. What to do then, counselor? Enjoy, process it, laugh at it, brush it off, and go out and rock and roll in the real world. Keep on rocking in the free world. That's right. You guys know the song. Yeah. Would this be typical mom banter in the Souls Club or more tailored for YouTube? Yeah, that you could say, Mr. H. And it's kind of like a good point, because I like to reiterate that a lot of stuff is just regular stuff. And I'm telling you, there were some stupid gangsters running around and everything, but I'm telling you, there were some sharp intellects or just knowledgeable guys that even back then Well, if there was some political something or this or that, them guys could unpack it and articulate on it and rock and roll, and it was fun. And then you would let just like it's real stuff. It's not like everything like Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull or whatever. Like everything's pins and needles. Oh my god! Oh my god! Nah, you're just rocking like we're rocking. You're rocking just like we're rocking. Yeah, me not being a made man, there's boundaries, which I broke, but whatever. But you just it's fun, humanistic. This guy's got us. These people got sense of humor and like to laugh. Like to laugh. Everything wasn't pins and needles. Well, they're doing their rackets and stuff, and then people collecting and losing money and all that. And that's what all that money causes that friction. Who didn't pay this guy, and then they're getting bent out of shape, and then they're whatever. Then there might be some negative talk, but yeah, it was fun. You're just communing like we're communing, and don't put all there was drama and everything, but don't that's not the norm. That's not the default of the mob just because everybody's watched media for a million years and newspaper headlines and TV shows and all of that. And everybody just thinks, well, that's the narrative of no, no. I could have been a mobster guy. I'm just a regular guy. I could have went and got made. I'm just a regular civilian. I could have been made. I'm not just this from some different DNA that classifies you as a mobster. A lot of guys just got made and they didn't do violent stuff. They were just like running rackets, bookmaking, or certain responsibilities, like, just like accounting work or just like money type of things that didn't have to be like Mike Francis. They didn't have to be just like that. And they're not going to call upon you when they know that you're embedded in some good money and you got rackets. They're not going to say, Jimmy, come over, I want you to do a hit. Now Jimmy gets caught, he's going away. Who's going to be the genius of the racket? So there's a lot of different stuff, but it ain't like, now listen, get your credit card out, ba ba ba, like all that stuff. He ain't the character of the mob. I wasn't even a made man, and I'm more of a gangster than him. And I'm a mild mannered guy. We could all get bipolar at times, but yeah, I mean, and there was a lot more class, and that's my Italian Sicilian culture. And everybody just thinks, oh, Italian Sicilian mafia. No, there's hard working factory workers out there, just like Irish, English, black, Indian, hard workers for any rate. Oh, if Italian just like he's got to be a no, no. Any race has got hard working people in there. Some races just dabbled in other things, and they were good people. And I miss that at 60 years old. I miss that going up there, gambling. Somebody did something crazy, and they're laughing, and they're laughing. Even the old man would get in there and throw some jabs and go, "You want to hear a good one? Yeah, yeah. Timmy was over here. That you want to hear a good one? Yeah, Timmy drove all the way to Connecticut to collect from a guy, and he was supposed to meet him in Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know, yeah. There you go, Philly Bob. I'm gonna tell you, work my ass off in a factory. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? Hardworking people. Hardworking people. My grandfather the same. Hard work. What the hell? I was mowing lawns at 6 years old, doing everything. What the heck? So I guess we're gonna go to an hour. You've convinced me. We're gonna go to an hour here. So I guess it's just a talk show. You guys know I like to interact in here, and I have the numbers are going up. I'm confident, and I don't try to be pompous if I come out like that. Yeah, paper route. My brother used to go collect on a paper route. It was like $1.70. What the heck? I love you, James. I'm sorry. But I had clients all over the block. Yard work in the summertime, and then shoveling driveways and sidewalks in the wintertime. And I tell you, you could hustle $20 when you're 11 years old. Back in the 70s, you felt like a king. You felt like a king with a $20 bill back then. Jeez. Yeah. Now, where were we? Where were we? Hmm. Hmm. We're getting up there. We're gonna get 900 subscribers. That's share uh share the video to somebody. uh Share, comment, all the stuff. Or they tell me I should tell the audience a lot of this stuff, but it must get old after a while because you guys hear the same thing: share, like, comment, subscribe, and you guys are like, well, I'm already doing that. But I got to keep saying it in case there's somebody new in here. Just by a chance, somebody new might come and watch me. What a novel concept. Well, we're going to need 160 new ones to get to 1,000. So welcome aboard. It's the truth serum. I'm here to entertain you the best I can. You figure it out if it's a truth or not. You figure it out. So the river of Deceit flows down Lane Staley. The Niagara River. That's where it all started, this video. So we got to the Niagara River. We got to the dumbing down of America. We got to the Hells Angels. I knew some guys years ago. I knew a guy, a high-ranking guy in a motorcycle club, and I actually met him and one of his friends at a concert, an outdoor concert, and I was standing there, and they were rocking and rolling, and boom, they smashed into me, and I was gonna turn around and say, "Hey, watch where," but I turned around and I went 6'6" like this, and he said, "Hey, what?" So they were cool, and I actually knew a guy through conversation, and they were selling mushrooms. Big mushroom, psychedelic mushrooms. You could freaking trip on mushrooms. Uh, they had different fat sections of satellites of the big, like Hell's Angels, the road agents, the bandits. They had, you know, someday I'm gonna hook up with John A. Like, if he wills. I don't want to put words in his mouth or be forceful or anything like that. But I would like to just do an interview because I think I could be a great interviewer and just shoot the breeze with him, just like another guy. Just him being a guy, a world, two humans in the world bouncing things back. Just don't define these guys just because they did certain things in their past. That's not their whole definition. They're just regular guys that you might want to know some other information on. So, yeah, the a lot of the bikers are for Donald Trump. They ride for Trump. A lot of the biker gangs, they ride for Trump. And they have big processions going down my street here. Big rides, when they all gather, hundreds of bikers. There's good in there, but there's nice in there, and there's bad. Mm, You know, And Gene Barillo, you know, he's very extravagant, but he's all right. He's all right. But you see how they can just go back and recall all these names. Yeah, and Johnny Anastasia, they're like this with the names. Like when you watch a video, you might hear 25 different names that boom, 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 boom. I don't like to really throw around there. I forgot with a brain injury, a lot of the guys' last names or everything, or it just has to flash into my freaking neurotransmitters. So and I don't really know if I want to get into that much detail about, I'll say first names. And if I can't even remember them, I'll just make up, for instance, a name of the character in the story, but I forgot his real name, his first name. I don't want to talk about their last names. I don't know. I don't want to, you know. But, you know, John Alite was in the Brazilian prisons. He spoke about that, very entertaining. But I would like to just peel back some layers about that. Get down, you know. There's a lot of questions you just think to just ask them like that, which would do 5 million views. I could, you know, shave, get cleaner, and be presentable, and just try to do a good interview like that. Ask the questions that the viewers want to hear. So, all right. A lot of the truckers are not delivering to New York because of what they're doing to Trump. They turned New York State into a dumpster. A dumpster. And people are moving out of New York State in droves. You can't hardly get a moving truck. They're booked out 3 months ahead of time. The great state of New York, a dump. Straight up dump. Supposed to be an innovative state in the country, a leader in technology and industry and everything else. It's a dumpster. It's a dumpster. Yeah. Speaking of new batteries, Philly Bob, I think I'm on 3% right now. So that's my segue to signing off. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. Chilly. Tomorrow's supposed to be 60. I'm a frustrated weatherman. Thank you, John Hammer. Let me go back through here. Kevin Flack. Francis, of course. Philly Bob. We got the Hammer. Mr. H is back. Kevin Flack is back. Sage Brown, thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. Chris Arquila, thank you. Good people come in here, help an old man out. That's all. I try to do the best I can. I think big. Big J Biz. Leon Swan. I don't know if you're in here, but thank you just the same. David BMX. There he is. And Michael Candinas. And the Wolf. You know the Wolf's always prowling around. That Wolf, boy, you got to watch out. You got to get that rear view mirror set up right. So, all right. You know what I'm going to say. Be the kings and queens of your world. That's all. Be the kings and queens of your world. You can do it. You can do it. We talk all crazy stuff and everything, but with all that set aside, you got family, you got spouses, children, in-laws, and everything. You know, don't let stuff hit you so hard. I mean, process stuff, come back. Because you know, the world, you see that juggler wants to suck your blood dry. The demons don't take days off. Not even the 4th of July. They don't even take President's Day off, the demons. They work around the clock. They want your ass. Don't let them have it. Rise up and be fruitful and prosperous and be thankful for what you do have, and don't be pissed off for what you don't have, because you're alive and you got a shot. So you're still in the game. You're still in the game. You got a shot. Take a good shot. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Well, you're not going to take a good shot. You're going to throw an air ball. You're going to throw an air ball. Oh, God, the dog ran away. My wife left me. How are you going to take a shot? If you need go to Facebook Messenger. If you need somebody to talk to, I'll talk to you for free. You gotta fight. You only live one time. You gotta fight. Yeah, the world will whoop the crap out of you. But be the kings and queens, like I say. You're born to be a king or a queen. You're born. Hey, Mr. H, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mr. H, gonna make me cry. You're born to be kings and queens. And then the world and the demons say, you ain't nothing, Billy. You ain't nothing, Sally. No. I might talk about a lot of other stuff. This is a talk show, but I came back from being dead, and I owe it to good, heartfelt people that come in here to say a good word. I had vivid dreams, and it was like, Joe, you rocking and rolling, talking about gangsters and all that. You better start putting a good word into people. You were given a second chance. So try to help people if you can. Excuse me. Smoke another cigarette. So that's why I try to offer some good faith and love and compassion. You don't get that on those other channels. You get real here. I'm a real dude. Hey, Johnny, am I real or am I an illusion? Next time you see me, I might be in a straitjacket. Yeah, they just came and got me. I'm going over to the infirmary. We got to have fun. Get it together. Stay focused on your dreams. Think big. I got 800 subscribers. I'm going to have 10,000. I'm going to the top. And I'm confident. And I know I'm the best talk show host out there. I know I am. I'm more, like I say, you got to wait for the world to catch up. You have your thinking reality of your goals and dreams. You have your thinking concept. Put it out into the ether. Put it out there. Let the world gravitate toward it and catch up to that. And then you rise up. There's tricks to manipulating reality. That's going to cost you all 50. You want to hear the tricks? No, I tell you for free. So, I love the action. I like communion. So, and I want people to be in. Hey, Mo Ali, how'd you sneak in here? I want people to do good. I'm 60 years old, and I've been spared so many times in my life. So many times. I've been spared by divine forces. I've been spared. So the deal is, I could get you guys in here with gangster stories, maybe, and then show the curveball with some goodwill. I'm a good planner. You see how I throw it in there? So you forget about the bodies in the bottom of the river, and you think about going out into the world and being the best you can. You are born kings and queens. The world just trying to keep you from that. You're born out of the womb to be a king or a queen. And then you got to navigate the world and your life trajectory. So if I could help in any ways, that's my mission and duty. So, Mr. H, I had a teacher we used to call Mr. H. Anybody that's a Mr. with the last name that starts with H, salute them. So, we got it all in today, and I get psyched and see some old friends, good for the soul. And then you get some good words and you get your mind straightened out, and you could take on the day if there's obstacles that may present themselves. And then maybe sometimes, you just brush stuff off. Don't get baited into conflict and craziness. Oh, people talking smack behind your back. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. If somebody hates you, where does the hate reside? The person that's hating is feeling it. So he's hating himself. He's hating himself. There's somebody over there 10 miles away from me that's hating me. I don't feel that hate. They're exemplifying the hate within their own body, bringing their immune system down, feeling stressed and aggravated and pissed off. It's silly. It's silly. So we could think straight, get our mind together. And for what? The truth, sir? For what? To live happy and prosperous lives. Because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Okay? So, Mr. H, you don't need a new handle. Mr. H is the G. Yeah, John Hammer. That's all. You laugh. And like I said, there was laughter at the clubs. And I used to say, oh, Rick, laughter's good for the immune system. They're like, oh, Jojo, come on. Blah, 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 blah. But I did give them guys therapy without the other guys knowing. They had some emotional problems or some situations. And I gave them say, Jojo, listen, you sound pretty knowledgeable on some things. And what if there was a person that was doing, I'm like, you're the person, okay? What would you say if a guy was doing this or that? And what would you tell him? I'm like, well, first of all, I know you're the guy. Please don't strike me, but you're the guy. All right. And they were trying to unravel things. So, and I would try to help. And I would say I would do it for free. They do it for free. But with them guys, you got to have your hand out because they're rocking and rolling. So the New York Jets just came in. I hope my flight ain't delayed. So, it was all fun times. Fun. All right. So we got it all in. 102 on the dial. Now we're in 2 minutes. Wow. I got 15 thumbs up. You know what? You good people. Analytically speaking, my ratio with views to thumbs up is the top 2 percentile is for the channels that have 1 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. The channels that have 100,000 subscribers, they don't have the same high ratio of thumbs up and likes as a Truth Serum because we're more intimate. See, we're intimate together. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's life. So, I hate leaving you guys all the time I do these. So, we'll just see you again, God willing. Come back. We rock and roll. And Mr. H, I appreciate that. I appreciate that support that you gave me. Thank you, sir. It took me over 400 videos to ask anybody for anything. I didn't even try to sell my book. So I wasn't greedy like them other guys. And I have way less. More than you would believe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the I'm Broke Sonata in D minor. No, B minor, broke. Oh, forgive me, God. Forgive me. So, alrighty. I might be immature. I don't give a shit. So, look, I didn't even have my light straight. You know what? Took you 1 hour and 4 minutes to figure out that the light was facing the other wall, Joe. See, you get a lot on my mind. See, I turn on live and it's just like, well, Joe, I believe you're good enough to just rock and roll. But then in the meantime, while I'm talking, I'm trying to formulate sequentially what would be a good, for the flow, which just goes boom, 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 because I get rocking with you guys, and then we're just going off each other. But then I want to get back on the main story, well, Joe, quit talking to the people in there. We want to hear what happened at the river of Deceit. Well, I don't know. I get caught up. Hello, my good people. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, there was a boot floating in the damn thing, and there was a freaking hat that was floating in the waters. I think I know whose foot that shoe went into, like Cinderella. I thought I saw that shoe on somebody, that nice Italian $200 shoe. I think I saw that on somebody. Well, geez, let me get out of here. Oh, well. All right, folks. I've said it all. I don't even have to say hit the like button, because damn, it went up like 9 and real quick. Subscribers is going up. 1,000 subscribers is the new threshold, because then I enter in some other qualifications on YouTube, which we're just going to get there and just see how it goes, because I can't unpack it. When it happens, and then whatever happens, if they're able to put ads in my videos or stuff like that, we'll just go. We go with the flow. I don't have all the technical stuff here, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Because I view it as this. We're still in the infancy here. We're still in the infancy of here, because the sky's the limit. I set big goals. I don't care. I had 3 subscribers in 3 months. I don't care. I'm just convinced I can do it. See, that's why I try to tell you guys, I've been the underdog, dead on the ground 1,000,000 times, and where it's just, you got no shot, no chance. What do? You do. It's all here. Manipulate your reality. It's all, but it's just not handed to you. You got to get in there and throw. You got to throw. I knew when I looked at 4 subscribers, and I looked at these other channels and some of these Mama Lukes out there with 100,000 subscribers, I was sitting there going, well, at least I'm confident. I know I'm a better communicator. I know I'm more personable. I know I'm more comical. Well, then if I believe it, even if I didn't advance, you still got to believe it. 100% of your life, every day. Even if you fail, you still have to believe it. Because then you go to the plate, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, full count, and then pow, then you whack it out of the ballpark. After you struck out 72 times before, then you knock it out of the ballpark. So you got to believe. I got 800 subscribers. In 3 years, I'm going to have 100,000 subscribers. I believe. I'm the best. I believe that I'm blessed by the angels, and I believe that people come in here and give me support. So we covered that part of this video. Now we got everything in one day. I guess I should just retire now after that. Well, all right. I'm psyched, folks. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Mr. H. I appreciate it. And thank you. God bless you all. And be the kings and queens of your world. And you know what? Just wait for the world to catch up to you, kings and queens. Thank you, folks. Be great.